Hello Elvenar fans! We are happy to introduce exciting new features for your fellowship. Be sure to watch this video to know what's coming up. But before we dive into this topic, please subscribe to this channel to stay up to date with your favorite game. Our fellowships have always been a major feature of Elvenar. We love our players to play together, be involved, talk to each other in planning their games in a group, maybe even a family. That's why we are adding the new fellowship perks to our existing fellowship features. By collecting fellowship experience, you can upgrade your new fellowship perks together, making your fellowship bonds even stronger and help all players within the fellowship to contribute even more. We took a good hard look at different parts of the game which could be fitting to collect fellowship XP, and of course it had to be features that especially focus on fellowship activities. You can collect fellowship XP with these game mechanics. Giving neighborly help. You can not only collect fellowship experience with every help you give, but even more experience when helping back. Every helping back grants you double the experience of regular help. Keep in mind though that both the helper and the one receiving help must have been in the fellowship for at least 24 hours. When playing the Spire of Eternity together, your fellowship will receive fellowship experience for every crystal that has been achieved. This is independent on how many players achieve the crystal on their own. So once it's unlocked, your fellowship will get the XP. Taking parts in tournaments also grants your fellowship experience. Only players that were part of the fellowship before the event started will contribute points to the multiplayer rewards and thus helping getting more XP. So in short, play together in all the fellowship features and you will rack up a good amount of fellowship XP in no time. But what can you do with them? That's where the perks come into play. The upgrade perks are new advantages for your fellowship. You will find them in the new perks panel of your fellowship window. All collected fellowship experience points will land here, and only your fellowship archmages and mages can spend them on various new perks to help the fellowship. These are the new fellowship perk benefits. Tournament Archive. You can store surplus tournament points for future use. If you have leftover points at the end of a tournament and didn't make it to the next chest, you can now store parts of these points toward the next tournament. The storage size of your points is dependent on your perk level. So if you want to store even more points, focus on upgrading this perk. Spire of Eternity Archive. This perk is very similar, but will store points from your last Spire of Eternity leftover points towards your next Spire of Eternity event. Similar to the Tournament Archive, the size of your archive is depending on the level of this perk. Knowledge Sharing. This perk will grant your fellowship free knowledge points to spend towards ancient wonders of your fellowship members. Be aware that you cannot use them on your own wonders. We want the fellowship to work together, not having single players using the system for their own good. The amount of knowledge points you can spend depends on, you guessed it, your fellowship's perk level on this perk. Be aware that free knowledge points are provided once a day, and not in the moment you're leveling up this perk. Advanced Help will increase the time frame in which neighborly help is considered helping back. As you know, helping back grants a bonus that regular neighborly help doesn't. So this perk will help you to extend the time of the bonus for everyone in the fellowship. Leveling up this perk increases the window even more. This perk also counts for your helping back actions, not only the ones within your fellowship. And that's the new improvements for fellowships. We are already planning for more advantages and rewards for collecting fellowship experience. So be sure to subscribe to this channel to be the first to know what else we have in store. Until then, have fun with the fellowship perks and with Elvenar.